Hey guys, how y'all doing? So today we're going to do a short video looking at a supplement by Rune Relic Press. Rune Relic Press are the guys who created Formoria The Dark Age. This is going to be about learning and skills, as it says here, and how you can go about implementing this into your game. The whole idea of this is to expand upon some of the stuff that's in the core rulebook. I think it's page 91 of Shadowdark. And it's going to allow you to add more crunch to skills and abilities if you want to add them in. It's not going to make it so you cannot do skills and abilities already. As it says here, you can try anything. Any character can attempt any skill. Just because you are not trained does not mean you cannot make an attempt. However, not having any practice, learning, or training in the skill means your results will probably be subpar. When rolling the check, as a rule of thumb, there are 4 legs to skill use still. Number 1, training experience. Does the character have any training and or experience in the task? Number 2, tools and materials. Do the characters have the necessary tools, materials and other conditions to perform the task? Number 3, sufficient time. Is the character under any time pressure or constraint? Number 4, consequences of failure. Does failure mean injury, death, or some other meaningful impact to the character? If the character does not pass at least 3 of the 4 conditions, there is no need to make a skill check at all. The character will automatically succeed in whatever they're doing. If the character meets 1 or 2 of the 4 conditions, then a skill check can usually be called for. A character that meets none of these criteria, they have no training, proper tools, under time pressure, and face immediate consequences. If they fail, they can still try. They roll their disadvantage. To roll the check at disadvantage. If it meets the DC, they succeed. Learning skills is outlined in Shadowdark core rules, page 91. Yeah, it's got that right. It has the starting skills here as you come down, and so you're going to check the core rulebook for your backgrounds, and you're going to copy what's written here, and you use that as your base for your starting skills. Now, if you're using a class or an ancestry that isn't in the core rulebook, you can copy one of the ones here or create your own list of skills that you or the GM thinks your character would have. The handy thing about Shadowdark is it's very rules light, but all the rules are very complete. So it's very easy to plug in things to expand upon the rules or to add new rules in. And again, this is just another thing to add a little more crunch to your games and your characters. I kind of think of this as when you look back on AD&D, they had a lot of character skills and stuff you could do, and like professions. It's kind of like that. And when you talk about doing skills, you're going to have to pay gold to learn these skills from a trainer. You can then also try and learn things by yourself. It's going to be more difficult and more time consuming. So it does recommend that you don't just pay the gold, and if you roll the dice you succeed, you automatically gain a new skill, or you upgraded your skill. You probably want to do it 2 or 3 times, depending on what the skill is and the amount of time and effort you're putting into it. It's about creating new skills, some basic outlines on what you can do and how you can use them, and it starts off here with general skills. There's going to be a lot of them here. We're not going to go over all of them, just maybe 2 or 3 from each section. So agriculture, you're basically, you know how to farm, and to get mastery in this, it's going to require several successful training attempts by someone who is like a 20-year farmer or something like that, and the mastery of that is going to allow you to understand and how to raise the fertility of the land and advantages of irrigation, fertilization, and all the stuff to do with farming. People might be thinking, well, why do I want that in your game? Well, if you're thinking about having bigger scale games like Dominion play, stuff like that is going to be cool, because then you could say one of your characters is going to be responsible for all of the food side of things. Another character could be responsible for, say, all the weapons and armor stuff. Maybe they're a smith of some sort, a blacksmith or armor smith. So you can use stuff in this to create more scale into your game, which I think it's an interesting thing you can do. So you have artists here, like stuff like this. You're going to be able to like use your artistry to understand maybe the worth of like a sculpture or painting or something like that. Maybe you might be able to identify where it came from or who created it. You could also look at it as if you're running multiple characters, in the downtime your characters are using these skills as like their normal working everyday job, or they're doing it as a side thing to get some coin in when they're not adventuring out. Yeah, so I think that's a cool idea. There's going to be a lot of general skills, and we're going to get down into like the warrior skills now in a second. The rogue and sage. So the warrior is obviously going to be for more combat orientated classes. The rogue is going to be for like rogues, assassins, your stealthy classes. Charioteering, obviously you know how to use a chariot, sleds, carts and other stuff like that, and it tells you how much it's going to cost to train it. Again, you're going to probably do 2 or 3 of these successful training checks, and this is going to be in your downtime. You've got tracking, so there's lots of stuff here. Weaponsmithing, like we said about the weaponsmithing. If you want to put it in more dominion play, you have one character that's focused, who's responsible for arming your guards and so forth, and one of them's responsible for feeding them. So I think that's just an interesting way you can do things, and it gives you, like, as a weaponsmith, you can craft 20 arrowheads, a small knife, a dart or javelin in 1 or 2 days. In 1 to 2 weeks it's going to be a dagger, an axe or spear. 3 to 4 weeks it's going to be a sword, warhammer, great axe or flanged mace. 6 to 8 weeks it's going to be a bastard sword or a great sword. And if you want to do this on your own, like be self-taught, you can say it's going to take longer and the quality of the stuff you're going to get is not going to be as good, and your characters could then sell this stuff on as well. And we have our rogue skills, acrobatics, appraising, disguise, forgery, juggling, locksmithing. Again, it's just to add more crunch into your games. Sage skills is going to be for your magic users, your priests, those kind of characters. Engineering, astrology, healing, herbalism. So I do personally like this sort of stuff in my games. I think it can add a little more interest to it, how you can do things to make it to have it make a little more sense in the game world. That's just me. I do like AD&D, but yeah, I think this is a very small supplement. It's not expensive. Again, it's created by Rune Relic Press. The guys created Formoria The Dark Age. I think probably my favourite setting that's been released so far. So yeah guys, so if you want to get this, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it. I'll also attach my affiliate link if you want to use that. It's going to help out the channel and allow me to get more stuff to then look at for you guys. And if there's anything you want me to look at, let me know. If I have it, I'll look at it straight away, or as soon as I can, I mean. Or I'll eventually be able to buy it and have a look at it for you. So yeah guys, that's it for now. So let me know what you think, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.